What's your name?
Henry Garrett.
Henry Garrett. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here for this Black Lives Matter rally.
Wonderful.
Very important subject to me, police brutality. My family has been traumatized by the police brutality in the mid-90s. The Wilkes-Barre City Police Department beat my father into a coma. He spent 12 years in a coma until he passed away in a nursing home. It was uncalled for. Upon taking him into custody, they were warned that he had emotional problems and he could be suicidal. Later that morning, we were called to the General Hospital ICU, where my father laid there at his dying breath before he entered into his coma. A person who goes into incarceration and is informed that this person has mental disabilities like that and could be suicidal in no way should be able to hang themselves, as they claim. That's all I have. Let there be reform. It doesn't need to go on. Yes, we do need police presence in our communities, but we don't need police brutality. Thank you and have a great day.
All right, what's your name?
Erin.
Hi, Erin. How are you today?
I'm good.
What brings you down today?
Because this is horrible how white cops are over here killing black innocent people for no reason. For no reason.
None whatsoever. I agree.
None whatsoever.
Actually, I want to get some photos.
I'm sick and tired of this madness. I hate how they treat us. This is horrible. This is so horrible. I know I'm not black, I'm Hispanic, but I still support. Because this is disgusting. This is disturbing how you guys treat us. It's not all white people, but it's some. And it's disgusting. It's horrible how you guys act. Now some of you guys, because I love how some of you guys support us. That's what I love. That's what I love. And the other ones, no, I don't like this. I hate how you guys act. I hate this. Please, you guys need to stop.
All right, how are we doing today? My name is Corey Camasso with N.e.p.a Investigates, and I'm welcoming you today to the George Floyd Black Lives Matter protest. And I would like to introduce
Russell McRae.
Russell McRae. All right, Russell, what brings you out today?
Well, I came out for a couple of reasons. There's been a lot of injustice done throughout history, period. You know, we've had great black people that's been out here. Charles Richard Drew, guy invented plasma. And then yet, when it came time for him to get plasma, he couldn't receive plasma. We're still seeing racism today, and the racism with the police officers is really getting ridiculous. There are, I should say, rules of engagement. And there's also, what you got to do also is they have to have tact with how they handle different situations, not only just with the situations, but the excessive force itself is not something that should be tolerated at all. And there's been a lot of excessive force with a lot of black people. Some have not died from it, but there's been a whole lot of it. I've even been a part of what happened too, as far as that, you know, being tased like 7 times, man. It's just ridiculous.
It's unacceptable.
Yes, it is. It's very unacceptable. And for today's society, the way everything is changing, we're changing for the better. Not supposed to be for the worst or going backwards. Why are we going backwards when we should be going forward? We are Americans. We are born in America. That makes us an American. Stop with the white, black tags and just say on the census, we are American. Sign up, I'm American.
I don't know why they ever made a distinguishing difference.
Yeah, well, if you go to any other country, you go to Germany, you're a German. If you go to France, you're a French. You know, this is just ridiculous. You know, I can't see the frivolity that is behind this whole entire thing that goes on today. You know, and it seems like with the media now, the media is allowing us to see all the injustice that's going on. And with this injustice, it's time for change. But the only way that we can change, first of all, blacks got to stop fighting against blacks. Come together as one big unit. There's no longer a houseman or a fieldman. I could use another word for it, but I'm not going to use those words because it's inappropriate.
Correct.
But the thing is that no matter what color you are, you should not have to go through police brutality of any sort.
Serve and protect.
Yes. All lives matter, not just black, but everybody. They want to stop the Mexicans from coming into the United States. Why not make Mexico a part of the United States and get it over with? You know, they help the economy too. The backbone of America has always been the black person who's been here from slavery all the way up until today. You got great minds, great scientists, great teachers. You know, it's there.
Art. Everything.
Art, yes, art. You know, we got people that create so much.
One of the most creative minds.
The creative mind of the black man has been so tremendous. W.E.B. Du Bois is another one that's out there. That was really good. George Washington Carver. You know, these guys are all there throughout history.
Even Barack Obama.
And, oh man, look at Obama. The first known black president in the United States. And the things we thought were going to change didn't change the way we were hoping. It gave a lot more things.
Put them in perspective.
Right, a lot more perspective to things. But then there's also the point of 65% of people that are arrested are black people. Why is this so? And then when you come out to go to get a job, you can't get a job. Come on, you're killing the economy by not allowing them to have a second chance of being in the workforce.
Unemployment wouldn't be where it is.
Unemployment would be way down. The economy would soar through the sky with all the people that could be back on the streets working. Productivity. I got a second chance to be able to do some things. And I tell you what, I'm working now. I work for the city of Wilkes-Barre. Guess what? You know, it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
You know, and all because of the fact of Mayor Tony George when he was there. He believed in me, and he knew I lived in his neighborhood. He never seen me act out of order or anything. Yeah, we all have problems. Sometimes you get drunk and you do something stupid.
We all have.
You know, but the thing is that you have to overcome that.
And learn.
And one of the best ways to do it, to me, is to let go and let God have the full control.
Wonderful. Well put. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your interview. Make sure you stop by and check us out tonight on N.e.p.a. Investigates.
All right.
Hello and welcome. My name's Corey Camasso with N.e.p.a. Investigates, and we are live at Kirby Park in Kingston, Pennsylvania for the George Floyd rally. Today, we have seen one of the most peaceful rallies, just like a continuance from yesterday, and we are very proud to present some of the residents and people here that live within northeastern Pennsylvania. We're going to ask them a few questions on why they're here, what this means to them, so on and so forth. So we'll start at the one end. So what does it mean to you today, and what brought you down to this rally?
Well, for me today, this means that even if, no matter the color of your skin, we can all come together. We can all fight for one common belief, that is equality. And I came here today because, like I said, I stand for equality. We all bleed the same. We're all human. We all go through the same things in life. So why are people being killed because of the color of their skin, being savagely murdered? So it's time that we say something. It's time our voices are heard for the people that do not have a voice in our society. And violence must be stopped against people of color.
Excellent. All right, we'll move on down. So all the riots, everything going on in the world today, I mean, personally, from what I've witnessed, that's not really the protesters. That's people taking advantage of the protesting. So what is your opinion on that situation?
I think that if people are taking advantage because people are bored, kind of like I don't know. Everybody just has like their voice, and some people are taking it like in the wrong way. They just want to make their voices heard, but in the wrong way, and that's not how it's supposed to be. It needs to be peaceful. People, when you are out there breaking stuff and stuff like that, that's just proving that like the black community is like crazy, but we're not. So like we're trying to just prove that it's not everyone's crazy, basically. And that's basically
wonderful. All right. You want to comment on that too? Sure.
Okay.
Well, I understand what she said as in saying it need to be peaceful, but it been peaceful, you know? We been peaceful, we been quiet, we been trying to tell people this needs to change, this all need to be woken up and heard. We've been trying to be heard, but we haven't been heard. You hear us, but you don't want to hear us. That's what it is. We've been peaceful, but now I do see what you're saying, but also now y'all destroying black businesses. You understand? It's more, y'all do need to calm down a little bit, but we do need to be heard in a different way. It's a different way we could be heard. Everybody could be heard. All together, we could all in one be heard. But y'all will have to want to hear us. It's not like you will have to ignore us. No, you don't have to ignore us. But you just ignoring us, and that's not right. That's not the right way to go. That's not. It's just not the right way. And I just want us to be heard. And finally, we being heard.
Wonderful. Excellent.
We finally being heard.
Wonderful. All right. So I have another question. So there's been racial profiling throughout the entire world, and not just in police. What is the worst thing that you've experienced personally, if you don't mind speaking about it, and what do you think we can do to make a change?
Well, me personally, first of all, I'm gay, so LGBTQA on top of that, and I'm black, and that all together is just, people make fun of the gay people, let alone black people get killed on the daily. So I have to try to do everything to survive, because now I don't know if my police are going to help me or whatever. So now I'm glad our voice is being heard. I'm glad that we're protesting. And yes, that some are violent. It shouldn't be as bad as they're doing, but maybe that's how we have to come, because y'all not hearing us when we talk. It's just shut the door, whatever. And the government needs to hear us. We're tired of just sitting here and be quiet. We need to put our foot down to this. With the gays, with the same-sex marriages, with the racial profiling all over the world, it needs to be heard, because we're not being heard. So maybe a little bit of violence needs to be done, because y'all not hearing us when we're talking. So maybe a little burn of a business. Yeah, we're losing money, but government, y'all have all this money to do everything else. You could fix that. So fix this and help us, because we're calling out for help and no one's helping. And that's just that.
Wonderful. And last but not least, I have one more question for you. So we live in this northeastern Pennsylvania area. Have you seen anything different with the Wilkes-Barre police or the Kingston police or the 44 or any of our towns within the northeastern Pennsylvania community? Have you seen anything that needs to be brought to the attention, or do you think that so far things have been going in a better direction, at least in our area? I can't speak for the world, but I can at least have us speak for our area.
I feel like they're doing the same thing, like nothing's really changing, because I would have saw a change if that's the case. The police in general just need to learn how to, like, treat civilians with respect. Like, if we treat you with respect, we should be treated with the same respect. Like, that's it though.
Wonderful. All right, so I want to thank everyone. My name is Corey Camasso with N.e.p.a. Investigates, and we're going to be continuing the coverage here in Kirby Park for the George Floyd Black Lives Matter protest. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.
No matter the race or religion you are. No matter the race or religion you are. We stand divided, we fall. We stand divided, we fall. No matter the race or religion you are. No matter the race or religion you are. United we stand divided, we fall. United we stand divided, we fall. No matter the race or religion you are. No matter the race or religion you are. United we stand divided, we fall. United we stand divided, we fall. No matter the race or religion you are. No matter the race or religion you are. United we stand divided, we fall. United we stand divided, we fall. No matter the race or religion you are. No matter the race or religion you are. United we stand divided, we fall. 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 No matter the race or religion you are. No matter the race or religion you are.
still in. Still have battery. I'm still on. And I'm on. Mic check, 1, 2. Good to go.
Right, my name is Corey Camasso, and this is Critical Political Thinking, and N.e.p.a. investigates right here in Kirby Park at the George Floyd rally and protest. Once again, a very peaceful and wonderful protest, and I would like to turn the mic over to
Ashley. My name's Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. Nice to meet you. What would you like to say today?
I wanted to talk to you about some of the most racist experiences I've had with the police. One situation was in New Jersey. We were driving to the beach. And we were pulled over for something on our
dashboard.
The dashboard. Yeah. And he saw matches. He asked if we smoked. I said we didn't smoke. The matches were probable cause to search the car. They searched the car. He asked me, why did I drive all the way from Pennsylvania to go to the beach? I said, because there aren't any beaches in Pennsylvania. So he took 2 hours out of my beach trip. He said I had track marks on my arm. I've never done heroin in my life. He kept asking me why I was so nervous. And I was nervous because he had his hand on his gun the whole time. And it was like, is all 260 pounds of you afraid of me? Because I'm a little girl. Like, you really don't need to be that scared of me right now. So he took 2 hours out of my beach trip, and then he told me, oh, we're the best cops ever, right? And then, can I tell you about one other incident? I was pulled over for photographing turkeys on public property in front of the woods. When I was told, when I was photographing those turkeys, and I told him that's what I was doing, I was really happy about it. And I was like, I didn't think he would think anything wrong of it. He told me I was a liar. He told me I was being weird. He told me I was being shady. I had to show him pictures of the turkeys for him to believe me and let me go. And then when I was walking through a neighborhood by my house, I was told not to have my hood up because they might think I'm a man and I was scaring the neighbors. I've been in the South, I've been in Florida, I've been in New York, and I personally think Larksville-ish, Edward, this area is some of the most racist police. I mean, some of the most racist people, honestly, that I've encountered. Like, I've been in Georgia, people in Georgia have been so much nicer.
Very sorry to hear that. I really appreciate your time, and thank you very much. Okay. Stay safe.
I'm mad at the race of religion you are. I'm mad at the race of religion you are. We stand divided we fall. We stand divided we fall. I'm mad at the race of religion you are. I'm mad at the race of religion you are. United we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall. I'm mad at the race of religion you are. I'm mad at the race of religion you are. United we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall. I'm mad at the race of religion you are. I'm mad at the race of religion you are. United we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall. I'm mad at the race of religion you are. I'm mad at the race of religion you are. United we stand, divided we fall. 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 I'm mad at the race of religion